Alright, that's button 1. Button 2. And button 3. Yep, everything's good and streaming, so we're ready to go. Welcome to Space Engineers in the Morning. I'm the Blind Gaming Guy. This is my playthrough of Space Engineers 2, and I clicked the wrong spot. Space Engineers 2. Again, getting going a little early today. Not for any reason other than I wanted to, I guess. Don't have a good reason. I have a cold. So, you know, lots of fun. Alright. So we're just welding. We are 5 days from Keen releasing the functioning blocks, so more power to us there. Wrong button. And the reason that's important for this particular playthrough is that we are waiting on the mobile blocks, specifically the rotors, for the ability to put our wings on our bee here.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
This is a lot of work to put into a vehicle that I have no intention of flying on a regular basis. In case you are new watching me do this stream or this series, the bee I'm making here is my jump ship. Literally, I'm going to use it just to move between sectors. And with so much coming out on the 23rd, we're going to be going back to Verdure and looking at the new rings there. We're going to be looking at the new moon. Plus, we still have 2 sectors that we haven't visited yet that are already out.
Inventory full.
Oh, okay. And we are already low on iron, so I guess we'll go hunting iron. And uraniums. If we see uraniums, we would love to find uraniums. Check the heart records 50. It is, okay. Let's see. I don't see any GPSs this way, so let's go this way. Uranium and iron. I have lots of places where I've already marked iron, so if I was just after the iron, it'd be easy to get. But since I'm also hoping to find uraniums, which we did not find there. I think this one's closer than those ones are. Maybe? I'll pick one. Yes, some copper. Let's see, anything else? There's a couple different options. Let's go with the bigger option here. Little tiny option floating right there. Like I said, if I was just looking for iron, I have tons of iron marked. Iron isn't hard to find. It's the continuing the search for uranium that is keeping me looking in new places. That looks like a cave entrance. I see chromium, I see cobalt. Well, this cave entrance isn't particularly helpful. There's probably more there, but I want to hit this unknown signal up. Whoa! That was it's ship debris. Okay. Alright. This looks like a reactor. It would need wire to turn itself back on. Cargo container needs construction components. Gold thread, reactor cores, magnets. It's got nothing in it. This doesn't help us with what we need. Electronics, hard drives, and a med kit. Again, nothing that helps us with the wire we need. Nothing in that that's got wire. Nothing in that that's got wire. Nothing there. Batteries don't have wire. That does not have wire. Seriously. Wire would have wire. Do I have anything on my ship with wire in it? Yeah, one of these drills here. That's what it says you're. No. Alright, so there's nothing. It started moving, I bumped it. Alright, well. So much for that being useful. I was all excited. Alright, now back to what we were doing. Cobalt and chromium. So we found on this thing, if this is still the same one. Silver and iron. Some lead. Well, let's just go ahead and mine that iron, but it's not on the surface. With no quick access points, so it's not worth my time to do that right here. Let's aim that one. It's still heading in the right general direction. Of course, maybe one of the ones we already stopped at, because I've not been pegging them, because the only thing interested in pegging is uranium. Oh well. Slow down. As this is a cluster and all day. Some silver, some copper, some cobalt. Let's try not to run into anything while I'm clicking on other buttons. Excuse me. We're actually hoping to find uranium, but if we don't find uranium, we'll just take iron. The next convenient iron we find. We found iron on that last asteroid, but it was far from convenient, so. We got lead. gold. Surely there's something else on this big ol' asteroid besides lead and gold. Or not. Oh, there's some silicon. And some ice. Alright. Just waiting for this group. Now, which one's closer? Try not to hit it. Some convenient iron, probably. Inconvenient iron. Lost. I was planning on going there. I mean, it's not far, but boy, it's craggy trying to figure out how to fly into. Alright, silicon. Lots of silicon. Iron. We'll head in that general direction. Cobalt. Is that an entrance? No. There's no where irons are there, but it's not easily accessible. So I think this one's closer. Like, significantly so. This is a convenient entrance into a cave, and that's iron right on the surface. That's how you get to iron conveniently. Apparently I still have my drills off. a little big old hole in this iron. Try to get a little 100K. At least come close to it. Alright. Turn off the drills. Go into the inventory. I have seen no indication that this bug will be fixed. But it'd be fantastic if it was. If suddenly we just didn't have to worry about that anymore. 1 drill, 2 drill, 3 drill, 4 drill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Dang it. Forgot to do that while I was in there. Which I often do. $70,000. 80,000. Heartbreaker. Cargo, 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 cargo. Cargo. Where's drill? Well. Drill to connector. Alright, then Alt. That puts 4,000 across each of the drills. Alright, turn my drills back on. I want the 100,000. There. The game really hates it when your drills are doing that. we are clear. It's just a matter of finding the correct. There. I'm watching this thing accelerate at roughly the speed of smell. Because while it handles great and maneuvers and accelerates excessively, it works great when empty. That's what I'm trying to say. When full, on the other hand, it's a different experience. I thought about checking out in between the two different asteroids, different colors right there, but I decided against it and just kept going. Get back, get a little bit more welding done, and then go get some more iron while we look for uranium in the process. And with the GPS of the Kermit base, you can see that I actually had a asteroid base I put together on this here in the Chemic sector, but excuse me, cannot reach the mute button in time. But decided that building a new base in each sector was just not going to be convenient, not really responsible with my time. So I started building the Bumblebee, which was never intended to be a Bumblebee, but just kind of happened. So right there's the base, original one, and there's the Bumblebee. We're underneath the Bumblebee. Apparently, good thing we flew past it a little ways. Oh, still hate that. So used to Space Engineers 1's gyros that Space Engineer 2 gyros just are hard to control sometimes. we go. Next, what we want to do is come in here and aim the bottom of our ship at the sun. Where did the sun go? There it is, literally directly underneath it. Perfect. Actually, the thing we should focus on is getting this antenna put together. So, 6 radio comm modules. I forgot to empty this too. Alright. So we want the sledge. Because I have yet to come up with a good name for this ship. Or for the Bumblebee. Hide these. Just throw it all at it. Alright. Now, we need some radio comm modules and gold thread. R-A-D-I-O. Good grief, fingers. I only need 6, so... Okay. I need 6. Ugh. After that, just iron.
Inventory full.
This will let me get this thing go up and running. Plus, it puts the stinger on our B. Let's get back underneath, try to get the legs finished.
Inventory full.
Excuse me.
Inventory full.
Doesn't take long to go through a house and even only go 3K a piece. It's only 30 loads.
Inventory full.
Alright. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Can I have my... controls back, please? Sometimes something in the background steals the control and my character flies off into nothing.
Inventory full.
Only once has it actually caused me to use a reset, but it's gonna happen. Figure out which background process is doing it. I have a suspicion, and if it's what I think it is, there's nothing I can do about it, but...
Inventory full.
Alright, that takes care of the legs. Let's finish off this area of the body. I remember where my nearest cargo port is.
Inventory full.
Like that. Okay, that gets you all the way around there. Everything on this side's done. Try not to run into that as we come around to the other side. And the bottom. Which apparently I am.
Inventory full.
Needed that. And then that one. Okay. Now we hit these areas to fill this area in.
Inventory full.
I think the biggest thing that's kept me not running off and bouncing to one of the new sectors now that the ship is to the point where it could do so is knowing that we have all of the new stuff arriving on the 23rd, and I'm going to be going backwards as well as forward, and I don't want to jump my ship someplace that would get it blown up. Excuse me. Excuse me. The sun got me sick. But the so sitting here and finishing the Bumblebee, I guess is what I'm calling it right now. Is a convenient excuse to get something done and wait for all the goodies.
Inventory full.
Because goodies we are going to get.
Inventory full.
All right. Now, close that section in. So it's from the inside, the thorax is done. Or the abdomen is done. The thorax, I think, is already 100% done. I think we went through and double checked it, yes, on Tuesday. We're putting the touches on the head area.
Inventory full.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's going pretty quick.
Inventory full.
My original plan was to leave the hangar bay area completely exposed. But when I saw how the ship came out, when I did that, it made me think of a bug. And then we got the announcement that we were getting the mechanical blocks, specifically rotors, for this build. Anyway, specifically rotors. And my brain went, oh, you know, if you could close that, open and close it, it worked just like an open one, and you could put giant wings on there.
Suit energy low.
So now I can make this area look like a giant bumblebee's wings opening and closing. Or beetle, or whatever you want to call it. But the way I built the legs down there are modeled after a bumblebee or a wasp, the way they fly. And while we are getting oxygen to maintain on our suits with this update, I believe, we are not getting airtightness or spaceship oxygen to watch yet. Which, you know, it's going to do a little bit of modifications on how we build certain things, but not a lot.
Inventory full.
It's not like airtightness yet. Though, I'm really looking forward to airtightness since I try to build with airtightness in mind. Because, like I said, I always play in survival, so that's one of the mechanics I like about Space Engineers.
Inventory full.
I also noticed that I had 2 followers join me this week. And I wanted to say thank you to both of them, even though I don't have access to the names of who followed me, but still want to say thank you for those of you who have decided to do so.
Inventory full.
Oh, stupid cold. As much as you guys don't enjoy hearing it in the background, and hearing me sniffle all the time, trust me, it's far more uncomfortable to have to do it.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Actually, wow, we're getting close to having the whole body welded.
Inventory full.
My mobile space station is about ready to be considered a mobile space station.
Inventory full.
All we'll have to do is put together the interior.
Inventory full.
Alright. Now let's go to the crew compartment. Which definitely has some welding left to do in here.
Inventory full.
Looks like I have a half block there that needs replaced.
Inventory full.
I'm actually missing the exact same half block on this side. It's funny.
Inventory full.
Oh, can't do that from the ground.
Inventory full.
Oh, so close. Okay, since we know that that is a half block, we'll stick that in each of those spots.
Inventory full.
Like that. Okay. And now across the top of here, I can do that. This will take up a lot more iron. Or I can grab a set of walls. Are those that facing? Ah, that way. That. Now, gee. What is this piece called? Forget. Pillar. Alright. Alright. There we go.
Suit low.
My suit energy low. Alright, now how do you get more suit energy quickly?
Inventory full.
Alright, that requires the other iron. Honestly, if it takes anything other steel plate, that's only one construction component. Some electronic parts. I seem to have confused my computer. Let me move. Did I crash? What's going on? Oh, I crashed. Well. Sorry about that. Have to reload Space Engineers. Oof. Ow. Oof. Ow. Alright. Getting started again. Don't know what caused the game to crash. Oof. Ow. If you were just joining me at my normal start time, since we're doing this, I'll do this again. I'm the Blind Gaming Guy. This is my Space Engineers 2 stream. We run this every Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to noon, unless I decide to wake up early and get started early like I did today. But typically I'm on from 10 to noon, Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch. And then when I get done here, I take a short lunch break and then jump onto YouTube and play Space Engineers 1. Alright, let's see if it was just bad luck. Or if there was a reason behind it. It was just bad luck. Alright, well that was just Space Engineers jank. I can live with just Space Engineers. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, come on. You're not gonna crash on me twice in a row, are you? Oh, good. Alright.
Suit energy low.
Some extra suit energy. Grab some more iron.
Inventory full.
Decorate out the bathroom, which is now fully there. Okay, we need a couple of doors. Alright, this one's important. I get it where I want it. Yes, right there. And ideally, This one will do the exact same thing right there. And we'll do the same thing over here. And over there. There's all of the doors that we need to weld up to airtight this room. We need motors and electronic parts. Ammo, TO.
Inventory full.
I did not say that. I wish it would just once do what I tell it to. EL. There we go. Now let's start up here at the far front one. There we go. Close it. Start the far back one. Okay, close it. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna put out iron again.
Inventory full.
There's another door done. Another door. Crew beds. Yep. Okay, this needs 2 metal grids. I just need 2. Then I really think we have everything on this welded. I think we actually have this finished. I want... Not that. I want... Need to go in detailing. I just want the detailing cube. Let me put it where I want it to. Yes, that's what I want to do. Okay. Now, one more set of those here on this end. Okay, and then one more set against that wall, I think. Get that full bunk bed look going. Gives you that whole military barrack kind of looking area. Alright, fine. I can't build it that way. Let's see if I can be really ornery here. I was standing here. They don't let me have the stuff I really want to do this, so I will make not the leg, not the seat, not that one, not that one. Well, don't give me a desk, I'll make my own. There you go. I have to admit, it's pretty neat looking vehicle. It's goofy as all get out, but you know, whatever. Come on. You know, that's how you do it. There it is. And this is called the bee. These lights. Yep, we need lights. First place we should put light is here in the bathroom. Alright. And then, except for the orb, could needs to be turned sideways. To be properly centered. There we go. One for the med bay. I think I've ran out of actually what we'll do is just construction components, so we'll just get those.
Inventory full. There we go. Get some nice light going. I think a spot to put it would be right here over the top of our chair.
like that. Yeah. Now, I think it's time we invested in a little color. Actually, the first thing we're going to do is give our desk some life. How to get to those points without affecting those. Did I get it? I think I did, okay. Go. With all the doors black. There we go. I do hate the wet, watery noise that you get when you paint in this one. I would happily go back to the bonk, bonk, bonk. Just saying. Okay. Alright, now legs. Alright. Yes, there's the front legs done. Is that leg done? Yeah, there's that leg done. Oh, this one block. Because it couldn't be got from that side, but whatever. Let's get the back leg. Like that. All right. My bee has its legs. Now, if we go straight across, I know, really leaning into the bee idea now. Oh, no, no. It needs to be turn back yellow. Actually get a lot of bang for your buck doing it that way. I think what we'll also do is start right here. Does that look? Yeah, let's just go back, very, very back here, and I have no idea why this is working. Logically, painting a space station like a giant bumblebee should not work. It should look good. But I'll be darned if it kind of doesn't. The natural shaping of the vehicle plus the little tiny bit of color we're adding and breaks it up in such a way that's actually looking really sharp. Oh dear. This, I don't know why I cut. Ooh, I didn't want to paint that block. Didn't block too many. The center line here, I'm going to leave. I am going to paint it black, but for a completely different reason. All right, we have come to the interior of the back. And honestly, I don't see any reason to go into any effort to paint this area. Because there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in here that hasn't yet. I am sure. yeah, as soon as we can get a hold of the... We'll put rotors right there and right there. That's where the 2 rotors will go. And then this area will be a wing, and this area will be a wing, and they'll fold outward. And each wing will be made entirely of solar panels. I guess I've changed my mind. I'm going to move it out there. Yeah. Move them out to there. And we will have a much... Yeah, I want that to say yellow. And our bee is ready to fly. Awesome. Now, we are going to need more silicon and more iron. But there's something else we could do. Wait, missing some steel plate from having that finished. Cargo. Here we go.
Inventory full.
Where? Okay. Now, let's show off the point of this ship. Fly ourselves toward Chemic. Station there. Again, this is not a fast vehicle. It will never be a fast vehicle. That is not the point of this vehicle. In fact, we have intentionally built it not to be fast. This vehicle's whole point is to be able to move from sector to sector and always be a ship, or always be a space station. And I am sure I'm going to regret what I'm getting ready to do here, but GPS. Oblivion. Get rid of all these asteroids. Really looks the part. Alright, now we are within the thing. So we can go into our map. We can click on the Oblivion station that we've never been to. And we can hit fast travel. And the B and everything we have moves with us perfectly. And it gets to act as a mobile space station. I had an idea while I was. So we're going to do G, T, A, and K. Hydrogen tank. Till they give us oxygen tanks. Which they will be giving us. You know they will. I don't know why I can't place it. That one should place just fine. Direction, it should place perfectly fine right here. Oh, no, I know why it won't place. Never mind. I'll take care of it here in just a minute. But as we are now at Oblivara station. Let's take a look around. Has a reactor. We have a bathroom. Leia's there. There is a table and chairs. Well, I'm going to fix that then. Sector This colonization requires a supply base, manufacturing site, and a mining site. We started working on these, but had to divert our manpower to help with an accident. We want you to set up antennas and power these systems to these sites so they don't become another failed attempt to colonize the sector. Sure, why not? I realized why it won't let me do it. First things first, let's get the bee outside of. As long as we're inside the bubble, we can't do anything to our ship. Maps, what I was looking for. GPS. Just delete it. Now the unknown is the new sector that we can't get to. I haven't got earned the right to go to yet. Alright, so which way is the star so I can rotate and get sunlight? There we go. Now then. Now we can go put our hydrogen tank on. Steel plate. I need 4 turbine blades in the end here. TUR. I have 15. Production. Gear forge. No assembler. Where's it at? It's gotta be in here. Titanium blades. Assembler. Assembler, refinery, fabricator. Assembler, fabricator, refinery, smelter. Why didn't I have access to my smelter? Do I not have a smelter? The smelter's missing. It's supposed to be here. I know it is. Alright. For starters, Chichi. Grab some iron. I need 12 motors, 3 parts, and 3 wire. Motors. Three parts. Three wire. Yes, you make my turbine blades. Yes. Yeah, cool. Sure, why not? Okay. Since we're at 24, we'll stop. Dang it. Some iron. And the turbine blades. Why aren't you working? Oh, because you're already done. Beautiful. Alright, now that will allow H2, some hydrogen gas to build up. And we have room down here to put our oxygen tanks once they're in. Okay, so our active contract is 16 kilometers. Clearly in space still, so minor it is. And this right here is all the bee was ever built for. We built this giant space station just to jump from system to system, basically. Rather than have to build a new space station in every system. After all, according to the story, we're trying to get back to our massive ship that we came here in to rescue our brother and the crew of the survivors we came here with. Alright. Bullfrog, SC24. Come in, Bullfrog. Ribbit. Alright, what we got? We got a bullfrog, cargo container, a couple cargo containers, and nothing else.
Inventory full.
Empty the bullfrog, even though it's got, no great functionality, that's for sure.
Inventory full. Inventory.
Wrong direction. This bullfrog does have several useful things in it, I assume, for this mission, but alright, what else we got hiding in here? Cargo container. Alright, let's see. First things it wants us to do: mark battery and antenna, radio comm modules, wire, motherboard. Alright, what we got here? Okay.
Join us in the Omega system.
Wait, you heard it say that, right? It said, join us in the Omega system. That was kind of freaky. Oh, I did that. My miner has a ore detector on it. If there was ores here, it would have it. And honestly, you have too much stuff on you that's worth my time to just leave you, considering my first ion miner was built from a bullfrog. So let's unpark you. Move you over here. Yes, I am doing something really dumb. I am hopefully not roasting the tip off of the bullfrog here. When I do that and that. That should leave it locked on there, and it should provide minimal irritation for my miner. There's just nothing to even bother to mark as an object, as a reason to come back to, so. Yes, I realize how klepto that my stealing the entire ship was my solution to not grinding it down, that is. You know, you could just ground that ship down. Yeah, I do know I could just ground the ship down, stuck it in my cargo bays. Uranium! I'm gonna need the cargo off of the ship, though. That does make my ship handle a little wonky. What's this say? On the reactor, the manufacturing site was left unfinished. Use the supplies in the shuttle. To construct it and look for uranium around the manufacturing site to power the reactor. Uraniums. I guarantee you I won't be powering this reactor for long, because the uraniums here will be coming with me en masse right now. Nothing in either of those two. Just a little bit of ice. Pressure pipe and a compressor. A little bit of ice. Alright, let's go find the reactor and focus on getting it up and running. Heavy duty plate and reactor cores, 4 of each.
Inventory full.
Not that. That. One motherboard, one wire.
Inventory full.
Okay, the reactor is up and running.
Inventory full.
There you go. Okay. Now, let's need uranium to power the reactor. Oh, trust me when I say I will not be leaving until there is no such thing as uranium left on this particular asteroid. I have the uranium. I drop the uranium in, and it says, "Congratulations!" Or maybe I have to hit the right spot. Not disable. Not terminal, not terminal. Let me access it. Mark battery. Okay. Sorry. I don't care. To be 100% honest, power you up. Move the bullfrog off to the side a little bit. Drills. Turn that back on. Okay, now. There's the heartbreaker. I don't know if there's much uranium here, but there's some. Actually, I don't think there's hardly any, but that's not the point. Point is, I'm not wasting it on an NPC base, and I could use it for my base. Afraid that's everything. I am afraid that's all she wrote, folks. But it was uraniums. Alright, let's go pick up the bullfrog. Which needs to be facing this direction. And there we go. we go. No, wait. I used to fight its weight, not its... or its mass, not its thrusters. Check the marked battery and antenna for the mining site. Alright, so what kind of ores are at the mining site? Like silicon and iron. It's not a very happy mining site, if you ask me. I meant to ditch the uranium there. I need 6 go threads and 6 radio components. Six of those. 6 of those. And you can eat that. There we go. Okay. And the other one is... Excuse me. Excuse me. Motherboard and wire. Okay. The antenna is picking up a faint signal inside the nearby asteroid. Please investigate the signal source. Whoa. Alright, so if you want to be more intelligent about this, don't do this with a ship on top of your ship. Your ship does not want to work right when it has a ship attached to the top of your ship. What do we got going on here? Woohoo! A little tiny bit of uraniums. Battery, cryogen, a little unknown ship. Chrome coating, power modules, which we don't need. But for whatever reason, I am as horrible as anybody else ever. We have some ion thrusters. A tiny little battery. 2 forward, 2 back. Damn. Deliver unknown ship back to supply base. Well, to do that, I will need to I need 2 motors, 2 electronic parts, and some glass. 2 motors, 2 electronic parts, and some glass. Glass I can find easy here. Now, motors and electronic parts. Where can I get those? Do I have any of that in here? No. Motors and electronic parts. Doors. There we go. Ooh, actually, hold on. Give me a small landing gear on the roof. Oh, bull. It's going to make me do something I have not done. What does this need? 2 motors and 1 electronic part. 2 motors and 1 electronic. Where did it go? Fine. You're gonna make me do it? I'll do it my way. Okay. This is just being ornery. Use your ships. I built my own ship. I'm using my ship. But I don't want to leave your crap behind either, so using it all. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Let's not crash, please. Alright, now that qualifies as having completed that mission. Let's hope we don't run into our own ship. Run into the B on the way back, because no points to get to the B and scrap these things into it. Okay. And now where's the micro machine? There it is. And if you don't know what a micro machine is, oh, you're a baby. By that I mean you're really, 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 really young. This thing's almost small enough it can fly into a freaking regular door. Okay, complete. Ta-da! You completed the mission. Shipbreakers, salvage her. A hydrogen hauler was damaged. There is no use for repairing. The ship is currently blocking a construction yard, so if you help dismantling the ship, you could keep the components. Alright. I got to the mute button in time that time. Makes me wonder. Alright, well, first thing we need to do is put a GPS so we don't lose the spot. There. Ugh. Yes, I am just going to goof off. Fly the micro machine over there, take a look, determine whether or not it's worth. Well, we're not going to have time to break a ship down today anyway, but whether or not it's worth. We don't have grinders yet, do we? Yeah, non-functional yet. Supposed to drill. Yeah. They have a block design, but it doesn't work yet. This is literally as small of a as you could put together. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to bring our miner over here to do this. It's got the most cargo. It's a very large vehicle otherwise. But now we know what we got. I'm sorry if you get motion sick. I get bored sometimes. And it doesn't bother me. So, we are pretty well out of time for today. Since we got started so early, I'm not going to push it much further other than we get back. Next time we will be working on breaking down the blown up ship there, and then we're going to be exploring all the new stuff. We've got wings to put on our bee. We've got, because we will be back on 4th Tuesday, and all the new comes out on the 23rd. So we have all kinds of things to look at come Tuesday afternoon, or Tuesday morning, I mean. I may very well jump on while Keen is on Monday afternoon. I'm not sure. I will have to look and see how things are looking come Monday. But it's not one of my planned stream days, so I typically don't have the opportunity to stream on. This ship is so tiny. You know your ship is small when a landing gear is bigger than the rest of your ship. He won't let me put anything on it. That's why I ended up That's why I ended up having to build everything from scratch, because we can't control ownership. Oh well. It'll get it ground. I'll get it ground down. In the meantime, I guess we'll just. Alright. We did all kinds of stuff today that we hadn't planned on doing. Landing gear lock. Well, that should lock everything together. That way nothing accidentally gets bumped. Let's get, yeah, that's right there. So, as I said, next time will be on Tuesday from 10 to noon here on Twitch. We will be finishing up the Oblivera section and sector, and then jumping into all the new stuff back on Verdure and Chemic, because there's a bunch. As well as we'll start working on getting rotors set up and the wings put on our B. So, lots and lots to come. I hope you join me next time. Until then, I hope your days go great. As always, I'm the Blind Gaming Guy. Can't wait to see you next time.